Your friend Sam, and something they don't tell you about being psychically inclined is one of the hardest parts is being right when you hoped you were wrong. This is one of those moments. So about a month ago, I had some dreams, some visions, pulling some oracle cards that I actually made with my sister. It involved large amounts of people exiting the planet. You know what I mean? Exiting. I've now lost 3 very prominent actors, artists, performers in the world in the last weeks, and it's been truly devastating. And people that I enjoyed and looked up to myself. But I hope what I can say might bring you a little bit of peace of mind. So just stick it out and hear what I have to say. I'm going to attach a little piece of that video in here so you can kind of see a little bit about what I said. I will also elaborate on what I said at the end of this video to give you just like a little bit of peace of mind and a little bit of healing for the heart in this difficult time for everybody.
Obviously, this is for entertainment purposes, that you know the fucking drill, whatever. I have been feeling the energy's been like real wonky as hell. The Schumann resonance is creating a giant blue bar that they're referring to as an exit portal, and it's kind of just confirming what I've been feeling, what I've been channeling. So pulling cards out of my oracle deck that I made that say like grief and funeral and like a lot of death related cards. I don't come on here to say this to scare you. In fact, I come on to say quite the opposite. And all the chaos and whatever happens or whatever comes, just know that it's going to be okay and you're going to be okay. However, the tower has to fall before we can rebuild. The tower card, I think that's globally what we're about to like run smack dab into. Whoa, sorry, full body chills on that one. Thank you so much. Normally it's just my arms, but that was the full body. So the only messages that I keep getting for this, like what you're supposed to do is to surrender. It's that you can't control what's about to happen, but it has to happen. I need to make you aware, so that's gonna be okay. So just know it might get a little crazy, but it's gonna be alright.
Sorry, I'm trying to keep it light, alright? So first of all, I wanted to say, the people who have passed, I do not believe to be negative, bad people with horrible karma. That being said, I don't know them personally. I can't officially make that statement, but energetically, I don't pick up on them being bad intentioned, if that makes sense. The karmic justice portion, I think, is like part 2 of this entire thing, and they're the part 1. You're essentially looking through a hole in a fence. So you can look through your hole in the fence, and what you see is a car, and you're like, yes, that's a car. And spirit have a higher plane of viewing, right? They can look down and see more than we can. We're only looking at one point of view, right? And they can see the whole thing. They're looking down on an entire parade route. So although we only see one car, they're seeing an entire line of things that are coming. This had to happen. They had to leave to make room for larger change. And here's what I mean by that. Those people who have passed have all been incredibly influential people and have had really important messages that they have been putting out there into the world. Because if you notice what those 3 people have in common, they all have a common theme of being different or weird or strange or uniquely themselves, or going through their struggles and telling people about them instead of being afraid, and fighting for what's right and putting stuff out there honestly, even though it might make them not the most popular person, right? Those 3 people have that in common, trying to instill that in us, and our job is to take that and to continue it on, because their death sets off a ripple effect of kindness and light. So all I'm saying is the people who have exited this earth have done their job. They completed their work. Their work was to change us for the better, to make us better people, to show us kindness and light and strength, and what it's like to be weird and different, and to be loved for that, and to stand up for yourself, and to speak your truth without being afraid. True strength and what that looks like. Be more like them. And that's a really like beautiful thing. Sorry, I'm getting a little emotional. The other thing that I want to bring up is that if you noticed during the World Cup, everyone was such a high vibration and full of love and happiness and just acceptance and wanting everyone to feel included and wanting everyone to feel loved and understood and just not judging people and just being there to share your experiences. And if you noticed, right after that happened, we were plunged into one of the darkest times we've been in a very long time. And that's not an accident. It's not an accident that that's happened. So we needed something else to bring us together. And although it may be in a way that we don't necessarily understand, we're being united again together to share in the loss of people we admire, which is sad, but also it's such a beautiful, like, final gift to give the world, to say, your turn. And I think that's what we're being told right now. So yes, there's a massive exiting that is currently happening, that is coming, that is happening, but that's not supposed to be our focus. That's just a heads up that's like, this is happening, be aware. But your advice is to surrender and let it happen, because while this exit is happening, it's going to make room for positive change and for things to change for the better permanently. Then that change has to happen. Yes, mourn these people, miss these people, make tribute to these people. Please do. Honor their lives. Please do. But understand, you're only looking through a hole in a fence post. So you don't see the entire parade of beautiful, amazing things that are lined up. Don't lose hope. Stick it out. No exiting. You hear me? Because some really beautiful things are going to come from this. But like I said in that previous video, first the tower has to fall so that we can rebuild. And that's what's happening right now. We are in the messy portion right now. RIP to some truly incredible people. We're also incredibly thankful for the gifts that you've given us, the lessons you've taught us, and what you have left behind for us. Okay, that's enough feelings. Feelings are gross. Emotions are tedious. Anyway, eat a treat today. It's a rough day. Okay, bye.